quick video for you. So I want to just discuss about a little scam I've noticed over the years, and especially when it being a truck driver where I can actually observe this in action many times. You go through work zones. It goes from 70 miles an hour to 55 miles an hour. Cops waiting for you. Chances are there's no workers in the zone, so it's inactive. And they don't say that if it's inactive or active in a lot of places, whether you should be actually going that 55 miles an hour speed limit. Sometimes they'll even go down to 45, whatever, right? So there's cops that literally patrol these work zones and then get off the expressway when they're after the work zone. They'll patrol these work zones or set up shop in one of these work zones. Generally speaking, these zones are inactive. There is no there's no worker in those zones. And I'm not saying during that specific time. Let's say you go through the day, no workers. But a lot of these zones, even at night, there's no workers. And in fact, you can go up and down this location. Like I'm going up I-80 right now. Many of these work zones are inactive at night, during the day, in the future. Some of them never will even be worked on. They are zones designed to steal your money. Seriously, it's a scam. Most of these zones are inactive. And then half of those that are inactive never been planned to work on. They just set up some cones, sometimes just off on the shoulder here. They'll set up these zones on the shoulder and then they'll never be worked on. And as a truck driver, I see these zones. Cops patrol these zones, then get off. They'll set up shop in a spot that they don't think you see them. There they are, just a quarter mile of being in a work zone or changing the speed limit. And they'll set up shop in a nice sneaky area. So what they do is, it goes from 70 to 55, let's say. You're going 74 because you can, and no one's going to stop you at 74 and a 70. You take off your fuel, the fuel pedal, and you get down to about 68 in that quarter mile where that cop spots you, pulls you over, clocks you at 68. You're in a work zone that's 55. That's 13 miles an hour over. So what we're going to do is, that 13 miles an hour, we'll say that's $150 fine. $150 fine? Geez, what the fuck, man? You didn't even give me time to slow down. Doesn't matter, you're in the work zone. Now, it's a work zone. Fine is doubled. $300. $300 out of your pocket to that town. And if you don't pay, you'll get a warrant out for your arrest or whatever, right? You'll go down a bad spiral. You'll get points on your license, shit like that. Now, $300 fine, one person. Cop stops 10 people that day. That's $3,000 a day for a work zone that, generally speaking, may never even be a real work zone. Again, I see this. I go up and down, I'm like, okay, well, it says work zone, then all of a sudden one day, you never see anything changed in the zone, the street's the exact same, there's nothing that they did on the shoulder, there's nothing ever that they ever worked on, then all of a sudden they'll pull away from that work zone. They made enough money. Come on, champ, move over, you see I'm going extremely slow for a reason. And that's what I want to talk about. It's a scam. It's unconstitutional. It should be illegal, but they're getting away with this. 70 to a 55. That means in a split second, you need to go down 15 miles an hour. Well, most people will just pull off the fuel pedal, right? They're not going to go brake to a complete, let's go down 15 miles an hour in that instant. They take off this fuel pedal when they get into these zones, and they slowly get slower. That cop is a quarter mile down, clocking you, just getting into the zone, and they have a recording of that MPH. Then you get got. This is a scam, guys. Town doesn't get paid that much in taxes, out in the middle of nowhere, want some extra money. They set up these work zones. You think I'm fucking lying, but I see this a lot where they never ever work in the zone. Nothing ever changes in the zone. And then they'll eventually, after a few months of getting revenue for free, they will take down the work zone. Now, I'm not saying every work zone's like this. Yes, they actually work in a lot of these work zones. Let's say they work in half of the work zones, and then half of them they'll get to of the work zones, the other work zones, right? Like half of those they actually finally get to at some point.
3rd Street.
And then half of those never even get worked on at all. It's a scam, guys. I don't want this video to go forever. 6 minutes is good enough. I just want to explain to you that they have this scam, and I see it everywhere. Not just in I-80 in Pennsylvania, but everywhere. Every state I've ever been in has these scam zones, I call them. Alright, that's enough for this video. Stay tuned for more content. There's a reason I'm an anarchist, and I don't trust this shit, and I don't think giving people a speeding ticket for not even committing a crime is legal. It shouldn't be legal, and that's where I'm going to go with this video, or end on this video. See you guys. Stay tuned for more content coming soon.